So in 2014, my brother got killed.
I'm sorry.
And he was a rapper. So when that happened, I was going through a lot. Like, I was in college, I was playing basketball, a lot of depression and stuff like that. So basically, just getting back into music was like a tie to him. It was very therapeutic. So I just started writing like heavy. I started doing a bunch of like covers, freestyles and stuff like that. And once I started doing it, everybody was just like, you need to rap for real. Like you got it. So I just, I had moved from Florida and I came back to Detroit, which is crazy. But yeah, I had started doing the ciphers at the radio station, 107.5 or whatever. And that's how I really got bubbling for real.
Let's rewind a little bit. Now you were out in Florida for a little while.
Yeah, I went to college out there.
Oh, were you born in Detroit?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit.
Talk a little bit about growing up in Detroit and how it kind of reflects on your music.
So I came from a single parent household, just my mom. Tough, like we stayed in the hood, Plymouth area, really my whole entire life. Grew up no gas, lights, hot water at all for real, like until probably like 9th grade year of high school. So basically my whole childhood I was like in the slums, like just trying to figure it out. So a lot of the stuff that I talk about, well, pretty much everything that I write in my music is real life situations. So yeah, man, I got real life motivation and inspiration to want to get the here and make it for real. So
were you out of town when that happened?
Yeah, I was at the University of Tampa at that time, actually playing in a game, and I seen a police officer come into the gym, and he like whispered something in my coach's ear, and I'm just looking like, what's going on? Me and my teammates actually like cracking jokes like, what coach Jesse done did that you feel me, the police not knowing that they're delaying a message to him about what happened in my real life at home. Like, so after the game, he was just like, we won, everybody, hype and turning up and stuff like that. And then after the game, he was like, Diamond, before you leave, like, come to my office. So I'm like, all right. And then when I came to his office, he was just like, yeah, your mom had called. He was like, do you know what it could be about or whatever like that? And I'm just like, no, like, I'm not thinking nothing crazy. My great grandma was kind of sick at the time. So I'm just like hoping like it's not her, like nothing happened to her. So then he was like, yeah, just give your mom a call once you get in the office. So I called her and she was on the phone crying. I'm just like, what happened? And she was just like, they killed your brother. And I see it over and over, like that moment happening, like replaying, like it just seemed like it's not real. Even right now to this day, it still be seeming like it's not real that he's really gone. It's been, 8 years now? So yeah, 2014, going on 8 years. But yeah, I lost it at that moment. Just like, this is my only brother. Like he's on my dad's side, so I'm the only child from my mom. But from my dad, like we were 6 months apart. We grew up kind of like twins. Like, and it just wasn't a normal experience.
Right, of course.
For anybody.
Of course. And it kind of knocks you off your rails a little bit, right? It's hard to maintain
Definitely.
the school life while you're dealing with that. Did that obviously change the trajectory of your life to some degree, right?
All the way, completely.
Okay.
Because, like I said, he was like my everything. Like this my little brother. And what kind of made it so bad for me is at the time we wasn't speaking. And that hurt me a lot to this day, because we weren't speaking because of issues that our parents was having. So he's like taking my dad's side because he's in his household. So he's like, you need to listen to what daddy's saying, this, or tell your mom this and that. And I'm like, but you not understanding. I've been dealing with it from both sides. I go to the court appearances. I know what's going on. Like, he's just telling you what he wants you to know. And yeah, we end up not talking for a few months. So it was just like painful, like that I didn't get to talk to my brother before he got killed.
How did you start overcoming, and when did the rebalance start happening for you, where you were able to kind of reorganize your life and get back to not normal, but just getting through it at that point?
It took a few years. Like I said, I got suspended from college at the time because I was failing. So during that time, I worked. I did a few therapy sessions just to see if it'll help. At the moment, I wasn't prepared for it, so I didn't stick with therapy. But the last few years, I've been doing therapy, so now it's helping me a lot more because it's just like I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about grief. I'm learning a lot about just life in general. So therapy definitely helped a lot.
When you look back at growing up in Detroit now, you said it wasn't like the best of experiences. Does the closeness within the family make it easier? Or was there something else that kind of helped you get through all of that?
Even with my living circumstances not being so good, my childhood was still good. Like I still, grew up with my cousins and was at grandma's house and everything and had good times. I just feel like it was just a lot for a kid to be going through, like that a normal kid might not go through. So, but yeah, my family was very supportive and always, made sure that I was good when I was growing up. So.
But a lot of people grow up and they don't even realize what they had gone through was, it's not of the norm to some degree, and they reflect on it. Were you at that age knowing things were not normal? Yeah,
only because when I would go to other places, like when I would leave from my house and go, down the street to my grandma's house, it was totally different because, they had heat, they had hot water. I could wash my clothes and stuff, like everything that I was supposed to be doing in my household, I did at my grandma's house. So, and then, just like having friends at school or friends around me, and when they say like, yeah, we doing this or we having a sleepover, I could never have nobody come spend the night at my house, like, because what you gonna do? Like, we boiling the water to wash up and, like got the oven on, stealing power from the house next door to turn the lights on. It's so crazy. One year I literally remember I came home from my grandma's house and it was like around Christmas time, and my mom was like, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm walking in the house, she got my eyes covered, and then she took my hand, like her hands off my eyes, and the lights was on in the house. And I'm like I'm happy because I'm like, damn, like the power working, like, okay. But I just feel like that's not supposed to be a surprise, like for a kid, like that's not normal.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, she had to survive. Like, I guess it was, I don't know what was going on like in my mom's life for us to be in that situation. I just know that she was trying the hardest that she could, with what she had, because my dad wasn't around. He wasn't helping out. Like, she was just doing everything herself. So
wow. Yeah, people take that for granted, like the light that they can have around them, and you got accustomed to not even needing it.
Right.
And that must have been very like a crazy moment for you. Now, the moment you start taking control of your life, I'm assuming it was easier once you got the full ride and you got to kind of live with a little bit of security to some degree.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, ninth grade, we had actually moved to another house, and everything was how it was supposed to be. Like had lights and power and everything like that. So once I got to high school, my life started to change a little bit, and I knew like, okay, yeah, this is how I'm supposed to be living anyway. So just when I got to college, it was just me being, by myself, like literally turned into an adult and adjusting on the fly. So
what was like the hoop lifestyle for a female college player? Like, what was the lifestyle like for you guys?
No social time.
Wow.
Because Division I basketball is very much a business, more so than anything. So wake up, practice at like 5, 6 a.m., work out, get breakfast, go to class, study hall, back to practice. And by that time you don't got much to do. Like, you just need to eat and go to sleep. So we just did that over and over. So
how far did your team get?
My freshman year, we didn't win the conference. We was pretty good, but we didn't win the conference. My second year, I went to the University of Tampa. We won the conference championship there. So I actually went to 3 different colleges. So
oh wow.
Yeah, I went to UTEP first, University of Texas, El Paso. And then I went to the University of Tampa, and then I graduated from University of West Florida.